me as a man, you don't know what's original Konsoul representing right about now. You don't know what's me there, and this is my thread special on Free Music TV. Don't know, we're live, lock it. First and foremost, I want to say MTN Hitmaker has really had a positive effect on my life, because growing up as an artist, all we needed was, you just need some structures to, upgrade your music career. So Hitmaker have really opened, a lot of doors for me. I've been able to have opportunities like, there are so many places that when you go, how you used to be regarded, it's upgrades to a different level, and I've had so many structures which has really helped me in my career now, as now from material to Konsoul has really hit the limelight, and we're still working on it, and it's still in the process of polishing. So bless up. That's it. When I was in the Hitmaker competition, I really enjoyed the moments. I never had any challenge when I was in the Hitmaker competition, but afterwards, when I realized that my management was very weak, I couldn't really build myself enough, because the fans were expecting the most from me. So in regards to that, I had to move backwards and then build myself and come back again. That's why we are here today. We all know how the industry is like. Building up a brand is not easy. It takes a lot of structures. So I would have to sit back and then organize myself with my new team. I've got some brothers that even though I'm independent, but I have these brothers with me that sometimes they support me in terms of ideas. But growing up with the name Material, what really encouraged me to rebrand, have a rebirth, is this. Now, when I was in the Hitmaker, people voted for me. Ghanaians voted, and then they all expected the best. But it got to a point, I didn't really meet the target. So then what do I have to do? I have to just sit back and then, analyze myself. And the name Konsoul itself came by because I had so many tragic moments in my life growing up. One, the music career, that it didn't go well how expected. I lost my dad when I was in the competition. So all these factors, formed from later, and then I came up with the name Konsoul. And the Konsoul name is like this. It's an abbreviation. Every letter has got its meaning. So then the K, and my Konsoul is spelled like this: K-O-N space S-O-U-L. And then the K stands for knowledge, and the O stands for over negativity, and then the S stands for seed, and then O of Juhara leaves, forming the Konsoul. So it has been a very long process, and I started all this building these structures 7 years back, and today we are here. Over the years, when Hitmaker came by, becoming an icon where people will expect all the best from me, it gave me opportunities to meet superstars like Samini, Tiny, all the big boys in the game, and all those contributions really helped me up to build my career. And now, as I'm talking to you, it has really had a positive effect. Regardless, and Konsoul is here to stay, because we have a lot of surprises, and I want Ghanaians to watch out, for the best. Ghanaian culture is what our heritage, is all like about. So I must say, growing up, knowing that I'm a Ghanaian, I'm proud of Ghanaian myself, and then I follow up procedures and culture, how we need to portray our African culture in terms of the music aspect too. We have all these high life legends who have encouraged us, who has made us learn so many things about music, rhythms and rhymes. And we all know how music entails. Music involves so many structures, even though it wasn't like, it's not only drumming and singing, but we have different varieties. And when we talk about music, and it has really given me a very big structure, because our culture made me understand that as an African, you have to stand up for yourself, and you have to come up within yourself, out of your comfort zone, and then make sure that you hit it how you are supposed to. So as an African, I believe in our culture and our heritage, and I believe that as I'm coming up as an artist, I'm still going to focus on following the procedures and the process until the goals we achieve. It's not easy to create music as an artist, because it involves a lot. For me, growing up, my dad used to be a musician. Like he had a live band with a huge team. So growing up, my dad used to introduce me into this studio works and how, foreigners also come into our house to, indulge themselves into this music thing. So, I don't find it very difficult to write music, neither to even produce, because growing up, I learned so many things from my sound engineers. Anytime I'm in the studio, I make sure that I capture some things. So writing songs hasn't been difficult for me, never ever, and it's something that I do. So I find it very simple to put up music. But then what the difficult aspect is when you have to organize yourself and go to the studio, and then like finance for the recording, and afterwards coming back again to fix yourself for the visuals, and then afterwards you have to pay a couple of TV stations and all of that. These are the only challenges that I feel like in music as a whole, my weakness falls at. I believe that every artist needs to tap from a fellow artist's source. So if you have this icon or somebody that you feel like you're listening to the most, you will have to really upgrade your mind, as in collaborating. And if I would have collaborations, I have selected artists that normally I haven't met them yet, that I'm looking forward to meeting. I have these Jamaican superstars that I wish I'm going to meet them, and very soon I'm going to meet them. And then I wouldn't love to disclose the kind of artists that I'll be working with in the future, because I don't know what the future has for me. Even though I've got icons that I listen to growing up as an artist, and I still have some people I listen to. So maybe God being so good, very soon, if Konsoul gets to that level where my team and we have really built the structures that we know very soon we're going to get to, everything is going to come on board, and Ghanaians would see the surprise that Konsoul has. I believe that Ghana music industry really needs to, I must say, wake up a little bit, because there are some of the artists out there who are really doing good, trying to put structures, build structures, and if they don't have all these foundations, as in these big men and then the industry players to support us, how are we going to explore? I believe that I've really had some experiences growing up as an artist ever since I won Hitmaker. It's been 12 years since I won Hitmaker, and I have big men in the industry. Some of them I go to them, some people I talk to them, and then they are like, they're gonna get back to me. So with all these things, I believe that I'm not the only one who is going through all this. Most of my fellow musicians are also going through the same. So I'm just pleading with the industry players that any artist who is trying to build up his career, knowing that he's even known, like an artist like myself, I would have to change my name because of so many things that I've been through in the past, because I had to serve my fans and I couldn't serve them. Why? Because my management was very weak. So Konsoul is in to just prove to Ghanaians that when you fall, you will rise again. But for me, I believe that my work is going to show my power. So now I'm back again, and I really want the industry to support me. And if they support me, Ghana is going to have a great talent, and we have a lot more talent out there who are also looking up to us. So if we have all these big men that we have been with before, and now we are trying and we are doing, and when we call on them, they don't support. Or even the industry players, some of the management team and the labels and all those people, they are there. But I believe that moving on, a time will come where we would all have our taste, and aspiring for the future, and everything is going to be, because one thing I believe is that I have some kind of values that I support, like hope. And whenever there is hope, there is determination. And whenever there is determination, there is an aspiration. And then if you aspire, for the best, you will never lose. So all I'm going to say is that Ghana music industry needs to look up for the up and coming ones, and then the people who are already in hanging, we need a little support and push. Talking about my fan base, it's all about the structures. My fan base that I have, I know I have a limited fan base. It's not really limited though, but the kind of fan base that I want, I haven't gotten there yet. So the few fans that I have, they really support me, and then whenever I put something on the social media, they react to it, and my home especially. Big shout outs to TS for life, we say. So I have these fans that die-hard fans that no matter what it is, they are there for me. So on my social media platforms, I'm growing, and I like how Konsoul is growing, because it feels like Konsoul has really been worth it ever since we put it out there, and it's really doing good. So very soon it's gonna sparkle, and to make sense. I said something before, I got on stage, before I was in a Hitmaker competition now. My dad was aspiring, is that like all his kids will be out there, because that was what he aspired for. And definitely got being so good, I came up to be the first winner of MTN Hitmaker season 1. And I must say that was just a starting point. So now, being an artist and being an icon, whereby the voice of the people and then the people listen to. So I've said to myself that if in the nearest future, if God being so good, everything, like I'm able to acquire everything how I need it, the music industry is going to love me, because I'm going to open a music school. That is what I put on my mind before I won Hitmaker. And this music school that I'm opening, it comes with production, songwriting, and editing. So I have already started, and myself, I'm an editor, I'm a producer, I produce as well. I'm a director, and I quite remember I've directed a couple of my music videos from 2016, 2017, and so I'm really aspiring for the best, and I have a lot of dreams that if I have support, things will fall in place, and Ghana will still love it. I want to say big shouts to all my lovely fans out there, and I love you so much. Konsoul is here to stay, like we said. On Instagram, follow my page on Instagram on original Konsoul, original_Konsoul on Instagram. Original is spelled ORIGINAL _Konsoul, KONSOUL. And then on Facebook, it's Konsoul in capital letters, KON space SOUL as usual. And then when it comes to TikTok, it's Konsoul, KONSOUL. So I want to say big shouts to all my fans out there. And you don't know what's original Konsoul there, so me know you want, so me really don't care. Me know you chat, but me really don't care. My dogs never chat about them. No, me number one because me love me sexy girl. On the low, you are the champion, the best among the rest. And the way everybody rhythm, cause the whole of them are rate. Well, when I pull a trigger upon the rhythm, and them know me love me girl, but me stay on the low. On the hello, come back. They know that she is sending back. Over, me na champion, na crabbing in the level. You ever don't know what's original Konsoul? There's a rat about now. We say, bless, don't know.